Hello, good morning all. Today we are going to learn about multiplication of viruses. So, viral nucleic acid has genetic information necessary for viral multiplication, and lack of biosynthetic enzymes. Due to lack of biosynthetic enzymes, virus depends on the synthetic machinery of the host cell for replication. There are 6 phases in the multiplication of viruses. The first phase is adsorption, second is penetration, third is uncoating, fourth is biosynthesis, fifth is maturation, and last phase is release. So you can see this diagram. In this diagram I have explained about the all 6 phases. So this is the infecting virus and this is the host cell. So the first phase is adsorption, or it is also called as attachment. So in this phase the virus gets attached to the host cell receptors. Then the next phase is penetration. The virus penetrates the host cell membrane and enters in the host cell. Then third phase is uncoating. Uncoating is the virus which has entered the host cell. It gets degenerated, the capsid is shed out, and there is uncoating. The nucleic acid is released into the host cytoplasm. So this is the uncoating phase. Then the next phase is biosynthesis, or it is also called as replication. In this phase there is synthesis of the viral mRNA, viral proteins for the new capsid and viral nucleic acid. Then the next phase is maturation, or it is also called as assembly. So assembly phase or maturation phase, in this phase there is the assembly, or the parts which are formed in the phase of biosynthesis, they are assembled together for the formation of the new virions. So assembly of the viral mRNA and all the proteins required, capsids, so the new progeny is formed. And the last phase is phase of release. In the host cell, the new virions which are formed, they are released out of the host cell. That is the last phase. So now we will see all the phases in detail. So first phase is the first phase of adsorption. So in this phase of adsorption, there is a random collision of virions. There is an affinity between the host cell and the virions. This leads to absorption. The cell surface is having some receptor sites, that is leading to attachment. Example is of influenza virus. In this virus there are heme agglutinin spikes on the virus's surface which get attached to the glycoprotein receptor sites on the respiratory epithelium. And if there is destruction of the receptor sites by a respiratory destroying enzyme, it prevents the adsorption phase. Then next example is regarding HIV virus. The attachment is between the CD4 receptors of the host cell and the viral surface glycoprotein GP120. Also in the polio virus, the receptor is the lipoprotein. This adsorption phase depends on the two steps. The first is the recognition of the target cell, and second is the presence of specific receptors on the cell surface. So in the first step, there is interaction between the virus and the specific receptor site of the host cell, usually glycoproteins on the plasma membrane. Then in the second step, it is proper attachment. So first step we have seen, it is only interaction, and second phase or the second step, it is proper attachment of the virus to the host cell. So each cell is having 5 lakh receptors. Infection is multiple in most cases. Hundreds of virions of the same type adsorb the cell. Once infected by a given virus, the cell becomes refractory to the additional virions. During the early phases of infection, many Viral particles infect the reticuloendothelial system. Reaction between the virus and specific antibody viruses, specific antibody virus antibody complexes are formed. So this is the phase of adsorption or attachment. Then the next step is penetration. The penetration step is little bit different between the bacteria and the viruses in the animals. So viruses which are affecting bacteria and viruses which are affecting the animals. So in the first we will see about regarding bacteria. Bacteria are having rigid cell wall. Bacterial viruses cannot penetrate into the bacterial cells, and only the nucleic acid is introduced intracellularly by a complex mechanism. But in the viruses which are infecting the animals, the animal cells are having no rigid wall, and the whole virus can enter into the animal cells. Multiple interaction between the viral attachment proteins, it is called as VAPs, viral attachment proteins. They initiate the internalization of the viruses into the target cell type. There are two mechanisms. First is membrane fusion. In this mechanism, enveloped viruses fuse their membranes with cell membrane soon after attachment of the virus to the host cell. Viral nucleocapsid is released into the cytoplasm, and the viral envelope remains inserted in the plasma membrane. The enveloped viruses, they possess fusion determining membrane glycoprotein, and they resemble phagocytosis. Then the next mechanism is viropexis or receptor mediated endocytosis. Here the receptor bound virus, example non-enveloped viruses, is taken inside the cell through glanthine coated vesicles, which become endosomal vesicles. So these are the two steps of penetration. Then the third step is uncoating. So we have seen the diagram. I have already shown you the diagram. In the first step, that is attachment, second step is penetration, third step is uncoating. In that diagram, I have already shown you how the virus is destroyed and the DNA is released into the cytoplasm. So here we will see the steps. In uncoating, it is a physical separation of the viral nucleic acid from the capsid or envelope. Nucleic acid is released into the cell. So first step, the nucleic acid is migrated into the cytoplasm. Uncoating is by the action of lysosomal enzymes of the host cell. So in this there are two steps. First is the direct migration, when the most enveloped viruses penetrate the envelope via membrane fusion. The next step is receptor mediated endocytosis. Here the hydrophilic structures of capsid proteins may be exposed after viral binding to the cells, and these structures help the virus slip through the membrane. Then the second step, cytoplasmic proteases or viral proteases digest the protein layers, and there is release of nucleic acid and the naked virions into the cytoplasm. So example I will give you of the pox viruses. So here there are two steps. In the first step, the outer coat is removed and the nucleic acid is released into the cytoplasm, and in the next step it is effected by viral uncoating enzyme and the DNA liberates. The third step is infectivity of the parental virus. Infectivity of the parental virus is lost at the uncoating stage. Then next step is biosynthesis. So biosynthesis is the synthesis of the viral nucleic acid, capsid proteins, enzymes, regulatory proteins. The synthesis occurs in the cytoplasm. The enzymes necessary for replication of the nucleic acid and regulatory proteins are synthesized first. Viral nucleic acid is then produced. Later structural proteins necessary for the construction of progeny viruses are produced. Most DNA viruses synthesize their nucleic acid in the host cell nucleus. In RNA viruses, synthesize all their components only in the cytoplasm. Biosynthesis consists essentially of the following steps. So first step is transcription of messenger RNA or mRNA from the viral nucleic acid. The second step is translation of mRNA into the early proteins. Early proteins or non-structural proteins are enzymes which initiate and maintain synthesis of virus components. Replication of viral nucleic acid. And lastly, synthesis of late or structural proteins which are components of the daughter virion capsids. These are few replication mechanisms. Viruses which have been categorized into 6 classes. Class 1 is double-stranded DNA viruses. DNA enters the host cell and uses the host cell enzyme for transcription. Class 2 is single-stranded DNA viruses. DNA moves into the host cell nucleus, is converted into duplex form. Class 3 is double-stranded RNA viruses. In reoviruses, the double-stranded RNA is transcribed to mRNA by viral polymerases. Class 4 is single-stranded RNA viruses, positive strand plus RNA. Viral RNA itself acts as mRNA. Viral RNA is infectious by itself. Class 5 negative strand RNA viruses, the RNA is antisense with the polarity opposite to mRNA. They possess their own RNA polymerases for RNA transcription. And class 6 is, example is reoviridae. Here single-stranded RNA genome is converted into RNA-DNA hybrid by viral reverse transcriptase. Next. Now maturation. Maturation is or assembly or morphogenesis. Here the assembly of the daughter virions which follows the synthesis of viral nucleic acid and proteins. So this assembly is related to site. That is, the site is either it is in the nucleus or in the cytoplasm. It occurs in the nucleus or in the cytoplasm. In the nucleus, most of the DNA viruses except pox virus, example is herpes or adenoviruses, the maturation takes place in the nucleus. While in the coronavirus and pox viruses, the assembly or RNA virus, it takes place in the cytoplasm. Then also type of outer covering. So it depends on the type of outer covering, that is whether the viruses are naked viruses or enveloped viruses. In the naked viruses, the assembly can complete their maturation in the cytoplasm or in the nucleus, and in enveloped viruses they complete their maturation at the time of budding. The incorporation of viral antigen hemagglutinin on the cell membrane endows the cell with the property of heme absorption. Errors in the viral assembly, they are called as defective viruses. Then last phase is release. The assembled viruses are released to the extracellular fluid by one of the two basic mechanisms. First is the lysis. In most naked viruses, release of virions occur by lysis of the infected cells. Example is in the bacterial viruses. And next is the budding. So first is by lysis, means there is lysis of the host cell, and second is by budding. That means a bud is developed, the mechanism of release of enveloped viruses. Myxoviruses are released by the process of budding from the cell membrane. The host cell is unaffected here, and progeny virions are released into the surrounding medium and may infect other cells. So these are the two phases of release. One is the lysis of the whole virus, and second is by formation of bud and release of the bud from the enveloped viruses. Then one phase is called as eclipse phase. So this phase is from penetration till the appearance of mature daughter virions. This period during which the virus seems to disappear or go underground is known as the eclipse phase. The time taken for a single cycle of replication is about 15 to 30 minutes for bacteriophages and about 15 to 30 hours for animal viruses. Then abnormal replicative cycles. Daughter virions produced may not be infective due to defective assembly. They are incomplete viruses. Von Magnus phenomenon. Virus yield have a high hemagglutinin titer but low infectivity. Then second is abortive infection. Here maturation or assembly is defective and either no release occurs or the progeny is non-infectious. Then genetically defective viruses. When they infect cells, they are unable to give rise to a fully formed progeny. They are called as genetically defective viruses. So these are all phases of the viral multiplication. Now we will see some antiviral agents. So nucleoside analogs. Acyclovir, the target is viral polymerase inhibition. It is in the VZV virus and herpes simplex virus. Acyclovir, trifluridine and vidarabine. Then ganciclovir, viral polymerase inhibition, cytomegalovirus. Then lamivudine and diadenosine and zidovudine, they act on reverse transcriptase inhibition, HIV-1-2 virus and hepatitis B virus. Then zidovudine, reverse transcriptase inhibition, they also act on HIV-1-2 and HTLV-1 virus. Ribavirin, it blocks capping of viral mRNA. It acts on respiratory syncytial virus and influenza type A and B virus. Then nucleoside analog cidofovir, it acts on viral polymerase inhibition. The virus which are affected are cytomegalovirus and herpes simplex virus. Protease inhibitors, the antiviral agents are indinavir, ritonavir and sacunovir. It acts on HIV protease inhibition. Viruses affected are HIV-1 and HIV-2. Then RT inhibitors, nevirapine, reverse transcriptase inhibition and HIV-1 virus. Neuraminidase inhibitors, example is oseltamivir and it acts on viral neuraminidase inhibition. Example is influenza virus A and B. Host cell penetration and uncoating. Abantadine, it blocks viral uncoating. Virus affected are influenza type A. DNA polymerase inhibitors. Foscarnet, viral polymerase inhibition. Herpes simplex virus, hepatitis B virus and HIV-1 virus. Integrase inhibitors. Raltegravir, it acts by HIV integrase inhibition and HIV-1 viruses are affected. Thank you.